3 Pakistani refugees who were media workers joined Tzu Chi Thailand Chapter's media team. Tzu Chi volunteers in Hong Kong promote vegetarianism at the cultural event organized by Confucius Carnival. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Sue. Thank you for joining us. Since 2015, Tzu Chi Thailand Chapter has started to hold regular free clinics for refugees. Many refugees who speak English have therefore become translators at this event, but actually they all have their expertise. Recently, 3 refugees from Pakistan who used to be media workers in their own country joined the media team of Tzu Chi Thailand Chapter.
In this foreign country, this man once again does his professional work, which he did in his own country, carrying a video camera and holding a microphone to make video records. Amir Ilyas says this is incredible.
In Pakistan, I was just operate the camera. I was working as a cameraman. But here, I'm learning a lot of things like editing on the computer, and so it's good for me.
These 3 people who come from Pakistan used to be media workers in the past. Over the past 3 years, since Tzu Chi Thailand Chapter started to hold free clinics for refugees in 2015, they had served as translators. Their expertise was later discovered by volunteers. Therefore, since October, they started to join Tzu Chi's media team.
It's a different something, and I've learned more and more. Yeah, I am happy in media line because it's my passion, so I like this work. Yeah. And thank you, Tzu Chi, again.
I can say thank you, Tzu Chi, for giving me opportunity to work with other refugees and helping people who are great in need. Overall experience is very good. Khap kun khap, thank you very much. And in Chinese you say kan eun.
On this day, Thailand's Channel 9, MCOT, also led a delegation to visit Tzu Chi's media team, hoping to spread Tzu Chi's goodness and footprint through their channel.
We want to broadcast DaAi TV's programs during the broadcast of our children's programs. We hope by doing this we can help promote social harmony in society. In addition, we may refer to DaAi TV's operation mode, learning how to implement it to our company.
With the participation of the professionals as well as the cooperation of other media companies, it is believed that Tzu Chi's spirits and missions will be spread throughout this country.
In the aftermath of the massive earthquake in Mexico, Tzu Chi volunteers plan to hold aid distributions in early December. To ensure the distributions run smoothly, the help of local volunteers is necessary. In San Gregorio, local residents have joined the training for local volunteers as they believe that mutual help gives the city the strength to rebuild. 2 months after the massive earthquake struck Mexico, San Gregorio is struggling to rebuild.
A mí personalmente me dejó muy triste, muy desolada.
I was very saddened seeing the suffering and impacts of the earthquake in San Gregorio.
El campanario.
The church bell tower fell down, our children and grandchildren had to be rescued from the rubble, and our loved ones passed away.
Que fallecieron en ese momento.
Yes, the quake has affected us financially because the economy is stagnant and local businesses have halted.
Pues sí nos afectó.
Yes, we were affected. Why? Because sales went down for everyone.
Yes, we were affected. After the earthquake, sales plummeted.
Tzu Chi volunteers work together with the local volunteers to ensure that all those in need will receive needed help.
I love my town, and we have a nickname for residents of San Gregorio, which is Chicorote 100%. It means the city is strong with residents who are fighters.
De mí estoy dando mi tiempo.
I'm giving my time and efforts. How do we do this? We go door to door to distribute supplies that people around the world have given us.
Lo que nos ha traído el mundo entero.
The neighbors are now united. If I have something, I'll lend it to them so they can use it too.
ahora ya poco a poco se va restableciendo y ya el negocio también tanto.
Now, little by little, things are improving, including the businesses. We help each other. I buy things from others, and they also buy items from us.
Yo me preguntaba después del segundo día.
I was wondering after the second day, Juan, what are you doing for your town? Therefore, I started asking people if I can help out. Tzu Chi welcomes me, so I am here to help out.
In Jojutla of Mexico, Tzu Chi volunteers have held the first training course for local volunteers, attended by 39 people. Half of them have helped Tzu Chi volunteers in conducting disaster survey. During the course, they learn more about Tzu Chi, and many of them hope that Tzu Chi liaison office will eventually be set up in the city. The Tzu Chi volunteers are introducing the significance of bamboo coin banks. They talk about the early days of Tzu Chi, when people saved up to help those in need.
慈悲心马上出来，这就是菩萨马上不见的时候。
In Jojutla, Tzu Chi volunteers are holding the first training course for local volunteers. Half of the participants have helped Tzu Chi conduct disaster survey. This time through films, they've gained a deeper understanding of Tzu Chi.
I'm so glad that Tzu Chi is here in Mexico to help us because we need that help. With you here in Mexico, we don't feel alone.
I'm impressed because this earthquake brings us people with a lot of love like you.
They also share their joy in helping their fellow countrymen.
In the past, I volunteered in my community. Now, through volunteering with Tzu Chi, I will enjoy doing good deeds more.
After the course ends, participants stayed around to discuss how they can carry out Tzu Chi's work well. They hope that Tzu Chi will stay in Mexico to help those in need. In New Taipei Xizhi, a pair of sisters aroused the attention of Tzu Chi volunteers. One sister went to work at a hair salon set up by a Tzu Chi volunteer, but had body odor which disturbed the customers. This led to a home visitation where it was discovered that the family had been living without water for 4 months. This led Tzu Chi volunteers to begin caring for this family.
我的东西好多哦，我现在发现很麻烦。 这个门这样子我就拿不出来，就是因为我们不会整理啊，不知道怎么整理啊，对啊。
所以你们这样子住很久了哈。
真的只能用惊讶2个字。
Really, there are no words to describe the situation. I was quite surprised because I could not walk into this house and I can't imagine they live like this.
这间房子有住人吗？这个房子怎么住人？
Wu Caixia is the boss of a hair salon where one of the sisters works, and she came in with bad body odor beginning 3 months ago, which exposed her to this problem.
因为他们家水费
Because they had water bill of more than $110. The water was cut off because they couldn't pay it. And then I learned that they couldn't wash their clothes either. And when they sweat into their clothes every day, they simply pile them over there after wearing it for 2 days. But these clothes have never been washed.
在那边，然后今天想到再穿，然后隔2天再拿出来穿，每天都有换衣服，可是衣服并没有清洗过。
This concern led her to make this discovery.
因为它漏水很严重啊，漏水啊，对，漏水严重啊。
It is a very serious water leak because this house is too old, probably built 60 or 70 years ago. So some of the electrical wires might also be damaged and not working.
都不行，对，有危险嘛？
对。
To undertake repairs, other family members need to agree, and the neighborhood also has something to say.
他们都很反弹啊，一共他爸爸还有工作能力。
They are very resilient. He said her dad can still work and the 2 daughters have grown, so why do they need help? We talked for a while and we know that people here also reject them, but I know that Master Zhen Yan would be benevolent towards them. One can only endure bitterness for so long and then someone has to help out, extending a hand to pull them out of their troubles.
有人稍微扶他一把的，他是几乎都是越沉越深啊，爬不起来。
小心哦！
气得很快哎，
很幸福啊。
爱你，
爱我。
以前我们家 厨房倒啊，房间乱。
In the past, the kitchen was a mess and the living room was crumbling and the whole house was dirty. With the entire house being chaotic, it was a difficult place to live. But after cleaning it up, it began to really feel like a place where a family lived.
才真的有像一个人住的地方，才有像一个家的感觉，维护原来的样子，要到永远。
We promise to keep it clean. Thank you, Tzu Chi brothers and sisters and Auntie, for helping us and caring for us.
Germany Tzu Chi volunteers Lin Meifeng and her husband have recently attended a UN Climate Change Conference 2017. They've returned to Taiwan to share their experiences. During their sharing, they talk about how Portugal has been devastated by wildfires. Tzu Chi volunteers from Europe and the United States are scheduled to travel to Portugal to conduct disaster assessment. In the picture with the heavy smoke, it looks like the end of the world. This is a scene from Portugal, which has been devastated by forest fires. Due to erratic climate change, 80% of the forest land with a history of 700 years has been burned down, causing severe casualties. Tzu Chi volunteers from England, France, and the United States have formed a disaster assessment team, which will take off on December 2nd to conduct disaster survey.
We've contacted the local mayor. Since the forest fires have affected local residents, as a humanitarian organization, we hope to reach out to the affected residents.
Tzu Chi volunteer Lin Meifeng from Germany and her husband have just attended the UN Climate Change Conference 2017. They've come back to Taiwan to talk about how important it is to fight against global warming.
It's not just a little bit of ice which is melting somewhere far away. And if the sea level rises, a lot of the very densely populated areas in this world will be flooded. But also the increase in the temperature will cause further problems, like there will be more wildfires, more forest fires, like you have just seen in Portugal.
Through live streaming, the two Tzu Chi volunteers from Germany talk about what they've witnessed and hope that people in Taiwan will do their part to mitigate the effects of erratic climate change. In recent years, the issue of environmental pollution caused by electronic waste has attracted more attention. The Malaysian Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment collaborated with Japan International Cooperation Agency to host the international workshop on household e-waste management in Kuala Lumpur. Among the participants, Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter is the only NGO that has been invited.
The Malaysia Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment collaborates with Japan International Cooperation Agency to host the international workshop on household e-waste management. Representatives from 6 different countries have been invited to this event.
This regional workshops is a good platform to share an overview and challenges of new household e-waste management system in Malaysia, and also to increase the understanding of household e-waste management system among relevant government officials as well as other stakeholders in the ASEAN region.
While many new electronic products have been produced, the amounts of e-waste have also increased dramatically, leading to environmental pollution. The Malaysian government has invited 19 units to join the household e-waste management program. Among the participants, Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter is the only NGO.
We take on this mission mainly in hopes of educating the public. We will ask them to bring electric appliances that are broken or can no longer be repaired to our recycling center. We will work with some partners that the government has assigned to deal with these recycled electric appliances to avoid the environmental pollution.
We always admire, Tzu Chi's organization and the teamwork. You're always also leading the way in terms of collections of the household waste, to do all the segregations, hand-holding the people. So we are very, very appreciative of this partnership program.
As e-waste needs to be well managed, it is expected that through the cooperation of different organizations, everyone can join hands to safeguard our planet's Earth.
Hong Kong's Confucius Carnival invited the Tzu Chi Foundation to participate for the second consecutive year, a special campaign to wear traditional dress while visiting the temple. Tzu Chi hoped to promote the benefits of vegetarianism, hoping to overturn Hong Kong's deep-rooted gastronomic culture. The Wang Da Sen Temple in Kowloon, Hong Kong, is popular with local and international visitors, as today there's a special event inviting participants to wear traditional Chinese clothing and experience the beauty of local culture. Apart from various musical and dance performances, the organizers also invited Tzu Chi Foundation to promote vegetarian food. Tzu Chi volunteers began by delivering a poem.
Vegetarian food is good. Vegetarian food is good. You will be pure and sleep well. Vegetarian food is good. Vegetarian food is good. It will keep you happy and blessed.
Lining up 8 different dishes, everyone is holding a bowl of delicious food, later enjoying it and also remembering purity in their heart.
I am a Catholic and I fast every Friday. In fact, I can eat fish during fasting, but I will choose to try not to eat meat, as I agree with the concept of being a vegetarian to save the earth. I haven't been vegetarian that long, only about 2 years. I feel my body's digestion is a little better and the pores of my skin feel good, and it makes me more compassionate, and I am softer and more amenable to others.
Fully supporting Tzu Chi's ideal on recycling, a Chinese elementary school in Selangor, Malaysia, invited Tzu Chi to set up a booth at the school's 50th anniversary to introduce vegetarianism. The school also trains students to be guides to promote vegetarianism and recycling.
181 students are being trained to become guides.
Why should we clean the recyclables at home? Let's sign together to save the Mother Earth.
Tzu Chi was invited by Sedang Baru 2 Elementary School to set up a booth for its 50th anniversary.
We hope to use the carnival to promote environmental protection and healthy diet, such as more vegetables and less meat, because we don't want our Earth to have global warming. We want to save it.
The volunteers use projected images and models to explain environmental protection and also cook vegetarian food to ask everyone to support the Ethical Eating Day.
Me, my wife, my 2 daughters, and my dad signed up to create blessing for ourselves because we support vegetarianism.
We also conduct recycling here, and we have a washing area to encourage people not to use plastic boxes. We hope this carnival can be carried out in a greener and environmentally friendly way.
The students are the guides, so they can explain things in ways students can understand.
We must eat more vegetables and do recycling. We should tell people to divide the recyclables. With more people protecting the environment, we can do the job better.
If we can spread environmental protection to every family and society, we can lead the clean earth to the future.
To promote the benefits of a vegetarian diet, as well as reduce carbon emissions, Tzu Chi volunteers from Johor Bahru, Malaysia, hosted a hiking activity. Many local residents seized this occasion to protect the environment. Let's join them there.
To invite residents to support the Earth Ethical Eating Day, Tzu Chi Johor Bahru branch hosts a hiking activity, attended by 3,000 people. The starting point is the Tai Hong Chinese Elementary School with a total length of 5 kilometers. After the hike, volunteers set up all kinds of booths at the elementary school's auditorium, hoping to encourage more people to embrace vegetarianism.
The rice ball is very delicious. The rice which is used to make rice balls is different and it has the flavor of fruit. There seems to be bananas and nuts inside the rice balls. It looks healthy because it's vegetarian. I like it.
Although meat tastes delicious, it is not good for our health. I can try to adopt the vegetarian diet. I can even go meatless every day.
We can just help to be healthy, this world, and either our health also.
Besides promoting vegetarianism, Johor Bahru Tzu Chi volunteers also organize an activity to raise funds for Penang flood victims.
Penang is affected by the flood, right? So by doing donation, you can help them. If everyone donate, so it will become a huge money, right? So you can help them.
By attending these activities, the participants can not only understand more about the meaning behind vegetarianism, but also do their parts to help those in need.
In Singapore, 42 college students and Tzu Chis gathered to participate in the Tzu Chi 7th Bureau activity. Through different activities, these young people were able to understand more about the meaning behind vegetarianism and environmental protection. Let's join them there.
善与恶的力量在拔河，人类的存亡就靠你们这群 Vero 了。
42 college students and Tzu Chis in Singapore are ready to take up the challenge of becoming veggie heroes and recycling ambassadors.
少用纸巾，用手帕。买东西买食物的时候自备可以。这个呢？一定是只酸啊。要啦。找 supermarket 哎，这附近有 supermarket。
根据素食菜单和荤食菜单算出的食材生产消耗的水量。Let's go.
By completing these fun games, these young people are able to understand more about the meaning behind vegetarianism and recycling.
现在吃大不条已经来不及了。
By participating in this activity, I have been inspired to protect the environment. I think I should reuse items as possible as I can and change my diet.
在食物方面、饮食方面可以做一些改变。
但是我有一个朋友也是，他是吃肉。
Back then, I had a friend who usually ate meat, but later he adopted a meatless diet. Since he is a sports coach, I didn't believe in him at that time. Today, I have learned from the boss that the first step to stay healthy and improve our health condition is to embrace vegetarianism. I will try to go meatless from now on.
I think being a vegetarian is one of good ways to protect the earth, and it can easily be applied in our daily life.
The more young people recognize the ideal of environmental protection, the more energy everyone has to save the planet Earth.
To teach children a lesson on the act of giving around Thanksgiving, Tzu Chi Great Love preschools in Monrovia and Walnut of Los Angeles County have asked their students and parents to donate food. After collecting the food, the schools have contacted organizations to distribute the food to those in need. We'll leave you with these images at the end of our program. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.